Why play Teemo Top? Well, he is a massive lane bully. He is very frustrating to play against, he controls objectives with ease, and he's very simple and fun to play. However, you are reliant on damage, so can struggle from behind, and you do have to rely on kiting your opponents. Teemo's passive is after standing still for 1.5 seconds, he becomes invisible. This also works if he spent 1.5 seconds in a brush where he becomes invisible, but can also move around. When he breaks this stealth, he gains a large amount of attack speed. Teemo's Q is a point-and-click ability which damages the target and blinds them. While they're blinded, all their attacks will simply miss you. Teemo's W has a passive where he gains bonus movement speed while out of combat. The active grants him even more movement speed. Teemo's E is just a passive, which empowers his attacks to deal bonus damage and poison the target. So essentially they just take more damage with every auto attack and then also take poison damage over time. Teemo's ultimate throws a mushroom on the floor which becomes stealthed after 1 second. These will last for 5 minutes in that location. If an enemy walks nearby, they explode in a surprisingly large circle, poisoning and slowing all enemies nearby. Where you place these shrooms are incredibly important because you want to abuse autopathing. The shortest way for a jungler or anyone else to get to you is normally along the side of terrain. So, shrooms in all these places will often catch your opponents off guard to help you guarantee kills and also get away from ganks. And because of this, you're amazing at controlling objectives, making it impossible for your opponent to walk up to them. So, if you have shrooms in some of these areas, your opponent will struggle to contest. For combos, always start invisible if possible for that attack speed buff. From here, attack into Q before attacking and throwing a shroom behind them before attacking away using W to chase or kite as needed. For matchups, he's great into champions who usually want to fight and get ahead in lane, and he's especially good into those who rely on an auto attack reset that he can blind. And he can struggle into tanks who at some point will guarantee engage on him. For runes, PTA is the best option as it makes you an amazing duelist, but Dark Harvest makes your shrooms late game hit like a truck. For build order, start Ring and Pot into a Nash's and tier 2 boots. After this, Elandris and Malignant are great pickups before buying more damage. For skill order, start E then Q then W before maxing E then Q then W, taking ult whenever you can. But if the enemy's easily getting on top of you, more points in W can keep you safe. For summoner spells take Flash and Ignite, we want to kill our opponent. Starting the game, you're here to bully hard. Your attacks, empowered by your E, simply just hurt. And being a ranged champion that moves quickly means you can quickly move forward and shoot them, and move back where they can do nothing to stop you. Combining this with a Q if they get too close, or when they go to try and farm their cannon minion, is incredibly annoying. At level 6, get some shrooms down. Give yourself a safe shroom to run over, so if your opponent does engage on you, you can just kite them over it. Entering the mid game, take your tower as soon as possible. From here, you do want to keep your lane pushed out, but also get to an objectives a minute or two early and throw down a ton of shrooms. Entering late game team fights, ideally you want to fight over an area you've already shroomed up. Kiting the enemies over these makes the fight easy. Otherwise, play as the backline mage. Attack anything in front of you and queuing the enemy ADC will make them do nothing. And that's how to play Teemo Top. If this video helped you, leave it a like and comment below who you want to see next.